Imagine fighting for your people, putting your life on the line every day, and then getting assassinated in your own driveway, only for your killer to walk free twice. Yeah, welcome to America. Today we're talking about Medgar Evers, civil rights legend, fearless NAACP leader, and a man who deserved way better than this country gave him. Alright, so let's set the scene. It's the 1950s and early 60s in Mississippi. Racism is basically the state's official sport, and Medgar Evers is public enemy number one for all the right reasons. Born in 1925, Medgar grew up in Decatur, Mississippi, where he saw firsthand how the system was built against black folks. And after serving in World War II, because of course America still wanted black men to fight for a country that didn't even respect them, he came home and said, "Enough is enough." Fast forward, and Medgar becomes the NAACP's first field secretary in Mississippi, where he was an organizer for voter registration drives, protests, and desegregation efforts. This man was out here taking on cases like the unaliving of Emmett Till and pushing for black people to have the same rights as their white neighbors, aka doing too much for Mississippi's comfort. And the Triple K, the government, they hated him for it. He was getting unaliving threats daily. He had to teach his kids to hit the floor when they heard pew-pew shots. His house was boomed, but Medgar didn't stop. And then on June 12, 1963, the night President Kennedy gave a speech supporting civil rights, Medgar Evers was walking up to his home after another long day fighting the good fight. A Triple K member named Byron De La Beckwith was hiding in the bushes with a rifle. And after pew-pewing Medgar one time straight to the back, Medgar crawled to his doorstep before his wife and kids found him. He unalived less than an hour later. Now, you'd think a man who was literally assassinated in his driveway would get immediate justice, right? Nope. Beckwith, a known racist with ties to the Triple K, went on trial twice, with 2 all-white juries, 2 mistrials, and then the man was out here walking free, smiling in photos, living his best life. It wasn't until 1994, 3 decades later, that Medgar's widow, Merle Evers, and a new generation of activists finally got Beckwith convicted. He was sentenced to life in prison, but Medgar should have had a long life too. So what do we take from this? Medgar Evers walked so the civil rights movement could run. His work set the stage for everything from the Voting Rights Act to the Black Lives Matter movement. And yet, most schools barely give him a paragraph in history books. But that's why we're here. We keep his story alive. We remind people that history isn't just the past, it's a pattern. And now it's time for you to do your part. Like, follow, and share this, because if we don't tell these stories, who will?